I'll say this too as well with the overconsumption of alcohol, man. It's the same. It's really the same thing with smoking, man. Okay, too much smoking, too much alcohol. Okay, can depreciate your sexual, can decrease your sex drive and your testosterone. All right. And just like smoking, cannabis, all right, the smoking of cannabis, all right, alcohol is stored in the more fatty parts of your body. This is why people who drink alcohol, they got certain fatty parts in their body, mainly the stomach, maybe the belly area, all right, because your body is holding on to those empty calories, so to speak. Okay, and all of this is free information that you can just look up for yourselves, man. All right, smoking, the act of smoking marijuana, all right, is detrimental to your health. All right, and alcoholism, being a drunkard is detrimental to your health as well. Okay, this is why the scriptures talk about moderation. Because alcohol, it does have beneficial properties. It does have medicinal properties and nutritional properties as well, just like marijuana. Okay, but what? We have to use it in moderation. As they like to say in the world, too much of anything is bad for you, right? Okay? And such is the way of life, man. Moderation is key. Okay? And all of these things contribute to our temples, man. All right, as the scriptures say, we are the temples of the Most High. Okay, so we have to protect our temples, man. All right? As best as we can in this life, on this side. All right? So if you can prevent cancer, then prevent cancer, man. All right, and other terminal illnesses. Okay? Or any other bodily illnesses. If you can prevent cancer, man. Or any other type of illnesses or what have you. If you can prevent it, then do so, man. All right? Like that expression in the world, health is wealth. All right, knowledge is power, etc., etc. All of these things are true, and the scriptures tell you how to live, man. Okay, we're going back. 1 Corinthians 3. And 17. I'll just end this situation with that. It says, if any man defile the temple of the Most High, him shall the Most High destroy. But the temple of the Most High is holy, which temple ye are. All right. Now, what does that word holy mean? It means separate. All right, consecrated. All right. Israel, okay, as opposed to all of the rest of these nations on the planet. All right, the rest of these 18 nations, okay. Israel is holy out of the rest of the nations, man. Israel is separated. All of these other nations was created for Israel's benefit. Because Israel is the firstborn, the favorite, the more favorite child. Okay? The Lord chose Israel to be his, once again, peculiar people, his treasure. All right, his Tazapanya, his hidden one. But now, as I was going back into, now is the time for us to get our health together, man. Our spiritual health, all right, having this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Lord, okay, and physical health as well. Working on our nutrition, all right. Getting back in the gym, building a home gym, exercising, exercising. All right, walking is extremely beneficial, man. All right. You can look all of these things up. Once again, it's free game. It's really free game. You can just look it up, right there on your phone. It's on your YouTubes, it's on your Googles, it's all over the internet. You can just look these things up. All right? Let me also get this. In the book of Ecclesiastes, it's called Sirach. All right, and I brought it out. I actually start with this one. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 38. Ecclesiastes is called Sirach, chapter 38, verse 1. It says, honor a physician with the honor due unto him, for the uses which you may have of him, for the Lord hath created him. Okay? And what is it? What is a physician? A physician is a doctor, man. Okay? And doctors are supposed to know how to heal you. All right, when you have a disease, man, when you have a cancer or some type of bacteria affecting your body or some type of infection, some type of disease. All right, which the word disease means without comfort. Okay. STDs or STIs, all right, cancers, our terminal illnesses. All right, physician, a real physician is supposed to know how to, cure those things. Okay, and this is why physicians, especially in the ancient world, were so valuable. All right, but right now we have the physicians of death, man. We have the physicians of no value, as the scriptures call them. As a matter of fact, let me pull that real quick. Get this in the book of Job. Ayawab chapter 13 verse 4. It says, but ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. Okay, talking about these damn Edomites, these red devils, because what happens, man? All right, when you get sick, Esau sends you to Big Pharma, man. Okay, you got to get your doctor, you got to pay for a doctor to, write you up a prescription. Okay. Then you got to go to a pharmacy, all right, to get that medication that's supposed to help you, which all of them are really just placebos, and they're really just making you worse. Okay, they make you more dependent and more dependent on them. Okay, and then what happens? You're just continuously spending money, all right, on something that's not even curing you, man. It's just delaying the inevitable. Delaying the inevitable and make you sick, even make you even more sick, man. All right. But once again, a physician, a true doctor, is supposed to, know how to heal any cures and illnesses. Heal any illnesses. Excuse me, slip of the tongue. All right. Sirach chapter 38, verse 2. It says, "For of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king." All right, so there you go. From the Most High comes healing, man. This is why it was important for us to follow the laws, statutes, and the commandments. Okay? The laws, statutes, and the commandments was created, all right, and given to us to perpetuate our lives, man. Because what? The scriptures say man was meant to be immortal. As a matter of fact, let me pull that real quick. Okay? Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 23, in the Apocrypha, it says, "For God created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own eternity." Okay, and that image represents order, man. All right, going back to the book, going all the way back to the book of Genesis, right? It said, the angel said, "Let us make man in our image," because the angels had order. Okay? They followed after the likeness, all right? They were created after the likeness of the Heavenly Father, which the Heavenly Father is perfect. So thus the angels were perfect. And the angel said, "Let us make man perfect. Let's make man in our image." Meaning, let's give him order. Okay? And through that order, all right, came the laws, the statutes, and the commandments, so that way we would know how to live. Okay? But when we break that covenant, when we, went off from, obeying the law, what happened? We received death. Okay? We went from being, we went from living, thousands of years to only living 100-something years, if that. Because the mortality rate among the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the mortality rate among our people is very high, man. Especially in the youth. You got Jake out here killing each other, man. Gang violence. All right? STD rates at an all-time high among the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. Hey, I'm out here every Saturday, man. Come see me sometime. Lord's willing, Lord's willing. Shalom, peace, King. But you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, what? Our mortality rate is very high, man. All right? And this is why self-control, this is why discipline, mawasar in the Hebrew, is very important. All right? Get out of that carnal way of life, of living, man. Get out of that carnal lifestyle. that abominable lifestyle, man. Okay? Get out of that riotous living, if you will. Okay? But that's a conversation for another time. Going back to Sirach, chapter 38, verse 3, it says, the skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration. Yeah, because what a physician, once again, is a doctor. Being a doctor, being a true doctor, knowing how to cure an illness, that is a high honor, man. Okay? Everybody loves a doctor. You know, not the doctors in this life on this side, because they prescribe bullshit, man. Excuse my French. Okay? They prescribe a whole bunch of things that are unbeneficial for us. All right? And some of these pharmacists, they will even tell you that what? You know, herbs and fruits, okay, and things from nature do a better job healing, all right, than what's being pushed in the medical industry right now, man. All right, because, well, let me just go ahead and get it. Sirach 38:4. It says, the Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. Okay? So now when you go on Google, all right, or what have you, any other, all right, now, we go on Google and any other of these sites, all right, for whatever, for your information, they'll tell you that it is not recommended, you know, to take vegetables and fruits, okay, and herbs for sicknesses and illnesses. That's wrong, man. The scriptures literally, because what? All these pills and things of that nature, we didn't have that in the ancient world. We used the medicines, we used the garlic and the honey, okay, and the basil and the seasonings and all of these things in the ancient world. So why can't we use them now? All right? But that's that surreptitious talk of Esau Edom. We don't recommend using herbs to cure any infections or bacteria or illnesses. Hey, it says who, man? The medicines was created out of the earth, man. Okay? There's so many herbs, all right? There's so many seasonings out here that has antibacterial, all right, properties to them, man. You know, that we're supposed to be taking on a regular basis. You can get rid of the common cold, all right? You can get rid of the flu. You can get rid of all of it. If you got an STD, you can get rid of that. You can get rid of cancer, all right? But you have to know how to eat, man. You got to know your nutrition, okay? You have to understand your body. You have to understand what works, okay? And you have to apply it, man. This is why the scriptures are life. All right? But that was the point on that. Let me jump over to Sirach, the 39th chapter. And I'll start at verse 24. This is the scripture I think I pulled it maybe like 2 weeks in a row. But let's pull it 3 weeks in a row, right? Sirach 39. So like in Sirach 39 and 24. It says, as his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks to the wicked. For the good are good things created from the beginning, so evil things for sinners. Verse 26, the principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil, and clothing. All right? So all of those things, all of those said things that I mentioned are all beneficial. All right? Those are the base key ingredients, okay, for life, man. All right? And we're supposed to be utilizing these things every day that we alive. All right? We're supposed to know how to live. Okay? Get away from big pharma, man. You know? Get away from these places of witchcraft, man. Okay, and start doing some research on how to what? Use these medicines from the earth, all right, on how to heal your bodies. Okay? And mind you, these are things, this is knowledge that we've been practicing for years, man. That some of these other nations like the Chinese and the Japanese and the Arabs and the East Indians, or even some Africans, all right, they still practice some of these customs, man. Okay? Sirach 39 and 27, it says, all these things are for good to the godly. So to the sinners, they are turned into evil. And that was really the point on that. All right, but all of those things mentioned, like the iron, the salt, the honey, the wheat, the clothing, the fire, the water, all of these things was created, okay, for us to nurture our souls, man. All right, to perpetuate our lives, you know. Food is important, man. Food is essential, okay, especially, you know, leafy greens and things of that nature, man. All right, food is very essential. All right, because what leafy greens? When you consume leafy greens, they contain this thing called nitric oxide, man. All right, which basically helps your immune system fight off, you know, various diseases and infections. Okay, that also helps with, you know, blood flow. All right, which that affects your libido, all right, your sex drive, both in men and women. Okay, for men it boosts your testosterone. All right, it helps regulate blood pressure. All right, and many other things, man. It's important to eat your blackberries and your blueberries. All right, it's important to eat fruits in general. Make sure they're seeded. All right. It's important for us to, you know, be eating our nuts. All right, our peanuts, walnuts, cashews. Okay, Brazil nuts. Okay, it's important for us to be eating healthy, man. Okay, let me get this real quick. And if you want to drink alcohol, just do it in moderation. Once again, alcohol does have nutritional properties. Okay, alcohol, like especially, you know, bitter red wine. Bitter red wine, it helps to support blood flow, man. Okay, when used in moderation. Once again, so it's okay to drink wine, red wine. All right, it's okay to drink the blood of the grape. You know, but let me get this real quick. Let me get this. These two things in the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Slocky, just bear with me. There we go. All right. And I brought this out a time before, maybe in a video, I don't remember. But this is the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. All right, on page 351. All right, and I'm looking at the definition for the word meals. It says meals in the Bible, periods, varied greatly in time of eating, diet, and table customs. Generally, 2 meals were served daily, although 3 were not uncommon. Okay, so what? Back in the ancient world, we had 2 to 3 meals out of the day. That's normal, because what they say, you know, eat when you're hungry. You're supposed to just eat when you're hungry, man. Okay. Because you got people, everybody appetite is different, man. You got some people who can only handle two meals a day, but then you got some people who might need 3 meals a day, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, okay? And it wasn't uncommon in the ancient world. It says the time of these meals was not set like ours today, so there was no particular time to when we ate, all right? So there wasn't a particular time we ate breakfast, lunch, or dinner. There wasn't no set time, okay? However, we did eat around certain parts of the day. Once again, we just really ate when we was hungry. It says the first meal of the day could be served at any time from early morning until noon. And it quotes Proverbs 31 and 15, John 21 and 12 and 15. It says the rank and occupation of a person cause the time of the noon meal to vary. Okay, so, and that makes sense too, all right? If you was working, all right, a more physically demanding job, like, you know, how we're working now, you might have to pack on like 2 heavy meals a day or 3 meals a day, all right? If you're working an arduous, a heavy-duty labor job, okay, you're going to require more food. You're going to require more nutrition. All right? You're going to have to be hydrated a little bit more than a regular person, all right, who's not working a physically demanding job, okay? So what? It depended on your occupation. All right, and in the ancient world, what? We had tent builders. The Apostle Paul, he was a tent builder, man. Okay, and that was you know, a physically demanding job in its own sense, you know. Then jumping down, because I'm not gonna read this whole thing. All right, it says the food of the Orientals, which the word Oriental just means from the east. All right, it says the food of the Orientals generally may be classified into 3 groups. Among them, vegetables. wheat, barley, millet, spelt, lentils, beans, cucumbers, onions, leeks, garlic, saltwort, pods of the carob tree, referred to as husks, and wild gourds or gourds. The corn referred to in the Bible was wheat. And then jumping down, as a matter of fact, I'll just continue reading. It says the grain, you see, and all of those are just herbs. Those are just the, that's without meat, okay? Then it says, the grain was often picked in the field, rubbed in the hands to separate it from the chaff and eaten raw. Sometimes it was crushed with mortar and pestle and made into a porridge or cakes. It says no meal was considered complete without bread. Yes, so bread was important, man. All right, that's where you get your carbohydrates from. Okay? Now you got these new diets, like, and they may have existed at some point in time before. All right, but you got some of these diets, all right, that have been, passed around today, like, what is it, keto. All right, we stay away from carbohydrates and things of that nature. But carbohydrates, all right, that's supposed to stabilize the fat in your body, man. So we're supposed to be eating carbohydrates. All right, but what? We're supposed to be eating it moderately, man. Okay, we're supposed to be eating carbohydrates moderately. That's why our meals are generally supposed to be composed of a meat, a starch, and a vegetable. All right? It says no meal was considered complete without bread. Bread was both leavened and unleavened. Sometimes honey and oil were mixed into the dough as it was being made in the kneading troughs or wooden bowls. It was usually eaten warm and seldom by itself, but was served with sour wine or meat gravy. All right, so there you go, man. That actually sounds pretty damn good right about now. I ain't even gonna front. Okay? Then it says spices used freely as flavors consisted of cumin or dill, mustard or mint. Salt also became an important item in the diet of these people. So there you go, man. So you had Jake, seasoning food back in the day. Then you got Jake seasoning food now, man. It's okay to season your food, all right? But once again, in moderation. All right, because what some of these seasonings have high sodium, high levels of sodium. Okay, like we know salt is sodium. All right, and the salt that it would be better for us to use is sea salt. Okay, because that also helps regulate blood flow or blood pressure. Excuse me. Okay. So it's okay to eat seasoned foods, man. All right, it's okay to like use paprika, all right, and red pepper seasoning, or crushed red pepper, all right. It's good for us to eat cayenne peppers, okay. We have a whole dietary law, which that might come out depending on the spirit, all right. But reading on, it says fruits grew in great abundance in Palestine and consisted of grapes, figs, olives, mulberries or sycamore, pomegranates, oranges, lemons, melons, dates, almonds, and walnuts. Grapes were eaten as fresh food and dried as raisins. They were the chief source of the wines. All right, so there you go. Grapes was used as the chief sources of wines. Now, once again, all of these things was good for us in the ancient world, and they're good for us now, once again, in moderation. All right? This is how we stay on top of our health, Which you got a lot of brothers in the faith, and it could be a lot more, okay? Because, through the Spirit, I'm starting to get more into the herbs and the nutrition and things of that nature, man. I hate being sick, We should all hate being sick. It don't feel good, man. You lay in the bed, you coughing, you got a headache. All right, you sneezing, you got a sore throat, a bad fever. All right, being sick don't feel good, man. All right. Now going on down, it says the bulk of the meat. You see, notice I talked about the herbs. Okay, it talks about the fruits. It talks about the nuts. All right. Now we're going into the meats. It says the bulk of the meat came from sheep, lambs, pigs, and fatted calves. Swine were eaten but not by the Hebrews. Did you hear that? I'll read it again. It says swine were eaten, but not by the Hebrews. Okay, so our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we didn't eat swine. All right? And matter of fact, this is perfect time. All right, let me get this. Let me get this in the book of Leviticus, the dietary law. All right, and this is for you jakes out here that like to consume your crustaceans, your shellfish. Okay, you jakes that like to eat your swine. All right, you jakes that like to eat all of these abominable beasts, man. All right, the scriptures tell us how we ought to be eating, so we can once again prolong our lives, man. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 1. It says, "And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, Speak unto the children of Israel," the children of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It says, "Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Whatsoever part of the hoof and is cloven footed and cheweth cud among the beasts, that shall ye eat." Okay, so it says, whatsoever part of the hoof and is cloven footed and cheweth the cud. So what? That's a cow. All right, those are buffaloes. Those are giraffes. Okay, those are goats. All right, those beasts of the field we can actually consume. We can eat those. All right. It says, "Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoof, as the camel, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof. He is unclean unto you. And the coney, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean to you." So here it is in the scriptures, and I'm not going to read the whole thing, all right? But the scriptures make a clear distinction between the animals that we can eat and the animals that we cannot eat, all right? It's just that simple, all right? The scriptures represent obedience, man, all right? Now the point that I wanted to make, how we not supposed to be eating swine, all right? This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 7. It says, "In the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you." All right, one of the biggest problems among our people, because of Esau Edom, all right, the red man, the so-called white man, all right, he pushes bacon, all right, pork sausages, okay? He pushes chitlins on our people, man. That's what we was eating in the times of slavery, man. In the times of what? Hardcore bondage, okay? But now with knowledge, we're not supposed to be eating that stuff no more, man. And then another thing that this devil does, all right, he puts, all right, pork products, okay, pork ingredients in you know, a lot of our foods and things that we use for our everyday life, man, like toothpaste. Both Crest and Colgate, all right, have pork enzymes in it, man. Okay, that's wicked. You know, that's why for any of you Israelites, CJs, using toothpaste, it's good to use activated charcoal. All right, you can use activated charcoal. All right, and honey as a toothpaste. You can use what? Baking soda. Okay, you can use that as toothpaste. It's a bitter taste. Okay, but it's more beneficial for us, man. Especially the activated charcoal. All right, get away from Colgate. Get away from Crest. You know. And go ahead, and since we're on the topic of swine, they show you in these YouTube videos that what? Swine, all right, these pigs, what they have many parasites, man, because what we deal with pigs in the ancient world, they would be basically the garbage disposals, man. All right, anything that we had left over of an animal or of a plant or of anything, we would feed it to the pigs, man. Okay? That's why pigs, they really consume everything. They eat everything. All right? And what? Pigs don't sweat. They don't have sweat glands. So everything that they eat, all right, they internalize, and what? It just builds up and things of that nature. And that's why we're not supposed to be eating it. Because pigs have all of these parasites, okay? And all of these other things that's not good for our health, you know? And then God forbid it be undercooked pork and you eating it, you definitely getting a tapeworm. It's a good 8, 9 out of 10 times you getting a tapeworm, man. All right, so but swine, pork, all right, it's unbeneficial to us as a whole. Same thing with crab, lobster, shrimp, all right, clams, mussels. It's not beneficial for us, man. Okay? And this is why we're not supposed to be eating. You know? Hey, and this is why, and this is what I'm going into. Like in the Bible, it talks about the way that but you can actually read Leviticus, the 11th chapter for yourself. You can read it to your children or brothers and sisters, whoever they are to you. And the scriptures will tell you how we should be eating and things of that nature. Because like the shrimp, the crab, the lobster is pushed on us as a delicacy. But see, these animals, that's, you know, between the sea, between the beasts of the fields and of the ocean, some of them are actually unclean to us because they contain these parasites and these bacteria that's not healthy for us. But it's pushed to us as, you know, luxury food and, you know, delicacies. But that's not so. You understand what I'm saying? So it's good to just, you know what I'm saying, like keep doing your research and things of that nature. Like we're supposed to be eating more vegetables. If you eat meat, starch, and vegetables, you can eat all of those in moderation and things of that nature. But there's certain things that we can and we can't eat. You know? So it's important for us to stay elevated in our knowledge. You know? But going back, because I was looking for on that, but going back to the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, all right, under the definition of meals,